Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 6th of February for the Sun or the Ascendant. I'm going to give you some standout features to look out for, but please stay with me. As usual, I will dive deep to give you each of the 12 zodiac signs in forensic detail from Aries through to Pisces. Now this week begins with the potency of the full moon, which occurred at the end of last week, still reverberating through the heavens, particularly because the Sun and Uranus are in a tense right angle on Monday and Tuesday too. So anything to do with time management, whether it's around our social situation, our friendships, the things we want to do that are more creative for ourselves, there could be some disruption, last minute changes of plan, or some costs. However, on Tuesday, a really seminal event occurs because Mercury comes out of its post-retrograde shadow. It went into its pre-retrograde shadow on the 12th of December. Now, of course, it came out of the retrograde itself on the 18th of January. But if things have been a bit sluggish or you've been waiting for some information, Mercury goes on to combine with Pluto this week. And there could be a very important development around a worldly matter, such as a job application, a business a scenario, or perhaps to do with a goal or ambition. But then Mercury makes the transition into the sign of Aquarius, and that occurs on Saturday. And that's also really important because Mercury sparkles in Aquarius because it's a planet that's exalted in this sign. So, of course, Aquarius energy is very outgoing. It's very much to do with networking and friendships. So if we start this week feeling a little bit pulled around and a bit disorientated, by the end of the week, I think Mercury can help us to get things a little clearer. Now, also this week, from Monday through to Friday, Venus is in an energizing link with Uranus. Now, Venus in the sign of Pisces is a very mysterious influence, exalted, of course, itself. But this is provoking us to try something different or to surprise someone we're interested in, or even surprise our partner by doing something that's fresh and stimulating, because that can bring some magic to a relationship. But equally, it's an opportunity to think outside the box when it comes to our financial situation. Now, just to tell you, the two planets of fortune, Venus and Jupiter, the lesser and the greater benefit, from Monday to Friday are in a semi-sextile. So Jupiter in Aries is very much about initiative in the first house, and of course Venus in the 12th could be about the things we do behind the scenes, or it could be that some kind of benefit or piece of good fortune can be linked to a past good deed. So something can evolve quietly but rather pleasingly in the background of this week. Now, if you are a returning visitor, thank you so much for joining me once more. If you're new to my channel, it's great to have you with me. Please like or comment. I interact with all comments. This is very much a community. Or subscribe. Now, if you would like to ascend above this zodiac broadcast and understand what the next year holds for you personally, if you give me 3 pieces of personal data of time, date and place of birth, I can give you your forecast, but also my special package of 30% off, your life roadmap, which can help you to become more intimate with some of the planetary influences that have been aiding but perhaps even hindering you at times. Please see the link beneath this video. You can also get your zodiac, Vedic and Chinese forecast for the next year completely free. So Leo, your week commencing the 6th of February forecast is very definitely influenced heavily by the full moon that was in your sign right at the end of last week. So it's all about relationships, yeah? But Uranus, the planet of the unexpected, is in a very visible part of your situation. So if you are feeling that You've been really bending over backwards to try to see things from other people's viewpoint, whether it's in a personal or professional situation. I think Uranus could push you to be a bit more provocative. Speak up, say how you feel, be prepared to rock the boat a little bit. And perhaps a niggling little issue which has been hanging on since the middle of December can actually be something that can be resolved by you asserting how you feel. Because with Mercury coming out of its post retrograde shadow, but then combining with Pluto, if you need to get your point across in a punchy and precise way, you'll certainly be able to do that. Now, Venus is penetrating deeper into your sector of passion, but also of longer term finance. But that actually is forging a delightful link with Uranus. There could be an idea that sparks in your mind about how you can improve your worldly interaction in terms of your income. But it may be something that's quite creative and quite different. Then again, in a personal context, you may be attracted to someone that you encounter through your worldly interactions, perhaps at work. But all of this can happen really quite unexpectedly, which can be exciting. But once Mercury moves into your opposite sign on Saturday, some of the brittleness which may have been to the fore recently and tension, particularly in relationship matters, that can make way for a more constructive, open dialogue between you and the other people or person. And that's really going to cheer you, I feel. So even if a relationship issue does come up to the boil at the start of this week, and with the Sun still squaring with Uranus across the first couple of days, maybe you do feel that you need to be a bit more outspoken to get your point driven home. By the end of this week, I feel that it will seem the other person is listening more carefully to what you have to say, or is being more attentive, or you're a bit more detached from some of the frustration and irritation that may have been building up more recently.